Hear that sound? We're back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Welcome back to In the Garage. So before the break, we were talking about our motor mounts that we got coming out. You know, when we first got our 5.0 for that 56 Ford pickup, I asked Jesse over at Ford Racing, I said, you got any motor mounts with this motor? And he sent these motor mounts, and they were huge and the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they're pretty bad looking.
Yeah, so we started looking, you know, and see who could make them or who made them, and nobody made them. So we do now. So anybody's looking to do a, throw a Coyote motor, a 5.0 or a 302 in their car, same motor mount, and it's universal and cut to fit. You know, it's got a base on it, and then just like a polyurethane bushing that goes in between the base and the motor mount. Stick a bolt down through, and very simple.
Very simple and very clean looking.
Yeah, very clean looking. If you want to see pictures of it, go to our website, bshotrods.com. I think it's up on the blog. Right?
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
They'll make life a lot easier.
Heck yeah, they do. Anything that makes us car guys' lives easier when we're building these things is so nice, you know? Though, I gotta say, part of me going back is the challenge. You know? It is.
Yeah.
You're cussing, you're swearing, you're busting your knuckles, you're bleeding, and you're all pissed off, and sweat's pouring down your face, and you get it. You know, you finish what you finish, and you want to do a big old woohoo!
Yeah, it makes a sense of accomplishment that much better.
Yeah, and it's that sense of accomplishment that I keep going back over and over for. You know what I mean? I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be able to take pride in something you've accomplished.
Yeah. So, but anyways, we got the body back from paint for the Chevelle yesterday. That was pretty cool. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. The day before.
Day before, but we put the
body on the chassis
yesterday. So it looks really good, man.
It does. I'm really surprised. It's a really, really cool color.
It is.
It's a dark metallic blue.
Yeah.
But if it's in any shadows, it pretty much looks black.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I was worried about it because Steve picked it up. I can talk smack about Steve. Good friend of ours, Steve Boontage, who we're building the car for. Man, his wife bought it for him. He was my neighbor, and his wife bought it for him, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe longer than that. I think they were dating before they were married, so yeah, it was probably over 10 years ago, and I remember him driving up and down the street, the exhaust leak is all smoke pouring out the back, so hopefully it isn't going to do that anymore.
So it was at one point altogether, huh?
Oh, yeah, he was actually driving it, yeah. And then he took it apart, and then we got it kind of, in pieces everywhere. Just like every other project we get. Yeah, yeah. Those are the fun ones. It seems like lately that's all we get is cars in a million pieces that somebody started, and you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I got the whole car.
It seems that we get to our usual gig is to fix other people's messes.
Yeah, man, that I'm working on that 70 Boss right now, 1970 Boss Mustang. It's one of 10 because they only made 10 with the smog emissions for California. So it's a very rare car. Well, the owner had somebody start hot rodding out, which was the wrong direction to go. And he saw that was the wrong direction to go, and he wanted to put it back to original. Well, man, there's nothing out there. I mean, those books that we have, I'm getting blind in my older age. And I can't see anything, so I'm constantly going to Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell, what does that say? Mitchell's got the young guy, so I can be all, hey, what is that? Where's that going?
Where's that line going?
There? So I mean, that car is a challenge and a half because he had parts scattered everywhere in boxes at different garages, and and parts aren't cheap for that thing. I mean, man,
yeah, for
like an original radiator, they $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, even for the Concourse Correct battery cable set was $800.
$800 for a set of battery cables. Yeah. That is unbelievable. So, I mean, it's been a challenge. I mean, this car's
It is. It is real hard, and everything's, to get it correct is color coded and has to be the correct color. And
they came with markings on them. A company called CarCraft did the car back in the day. They wanted to use it for a NASCAR thing, so they had to make so many of them, right? They had to make...
Yeah, I think so.
I think they only made like 569 and 570. But something like that.
They made a lot less 70s than they did 69s.
Yeah. So in order to actually use them in NASCAR, they had to put them out into the public and make an actual car out of it. So Ford contracted CarCraft, who made all the modifications to fit that big, giant Boss 429 in there. It's a big motor, and there wasn't much room in those engine compartments. So they had to take those shock towers and kind of...
You found that out the hard way.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus criminy. I mean, man, we put the motor in, and then I thought, oh, it's not going to be any big deal putting the brake lines in. Yeah, right. I should have done all the brake lines first and all the wiring first, all the vapor lines, and then put the motor in, because trust me, I got scratches all over my arms just from trying to get into those tiny spots. And when I finally got the brake line, you weren't there. You were gone on your little trip. And I let out the biggest woohoo. I was so happy and so relieved that those things were in there. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was doing somersaults. So, but we're almost finished with that car, and we got 3 new projects in too, as well. We haven't actually got one physically in the shop yet, but it's coming. But we got a 69 Roadrunner and a 46 Chevy pickup truck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little pickup.
Yeah, but the 69 Roadrunner we're excited about. I mean, we're, kind of sucks how we got it. It was probably about, I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago, a friend of mine, Sean, called me up and said, hey, my friend David has a 69 Roadrunner, and he was saying, he has it at some shop, and he's just not happy with how it's turning out, and he wants to talk to you about, finishing the project. So we set up a meeting. Well, David couldn't make it, but Sean made it, so we kind of talked about it. Well, about 2 weeks later, Sean called me back and said, David passed away. And David Bailey was a fireman, a L.A. County fireman, and he died on a training course or whatever. So we got he called me up and said, yeah, he died, but his wife wants to do the car, like a memorial thing now. So we've been going through the process, and she got the car and picked up the car and dropped it off in 1 million pieces. Another one in 1 million pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's cool. I mean, she was saying the other day she kind of wants it to be like a memorial to firefighters. She wants a little plaque and everything on there.
Yep. So it's really cool, and she's got some good taste too, because we'll tell you about it when we come back from our break. So hang in there. We'll be right back.
Don't put those tools away. We'll be right back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
How old